Perhaps you've had a long day. The noise, the pressure, the endless stream of thoughts that run like an underground current beneath the surface of life. Sometimes it's at night when the mind becomes the loudest, when the body is tired and you lay down hoping to rest. The thoughts keep going. Unanswered questions, unfinished concerns, drifting emotions like clouds in the late sky. And sleep, it seems so far away. In Buddhism, we learn to return. Not to run away from life, but to return to ourselves, to the body, to the mind, to the breath. And from that return, something miraculous begins to happen. The mind begins to quiet. Tonight, you don't have to try to sleep. You don't need to do anything at all. Sleep doesn't come from effort. And if, at some moment, you no longer hear these words, that's perfectly fine. It may mean sleep has already begun. A sleep that comes not from force, but from acceptance, from surrender, and from return. You have begun the journey back to your natural state. Quiet, open, and full of love. And sleep will come like a gift. There is no rush. Tonight, there is nowhere you need to go, nothing you need to accomplish. The world outside may still be moving, buzzing, full of demands. But you've chosen to enter this space of stillness, a space anchored in the present. The Buddha once taught, mindfulness is the only way to inner calm. And you are walking this path not through force, but through gentle presence. Each inhale, each exhale is a quiet step back to yourself. You may close your eyes, feel the space around you. No need to analyze or name it. Just feel the cool air of night touching your skin, the soft sound of wind outside the window, the faint beat of your heart like a lullaby from within. At times, old memories might return, a word, a face, an unfinished moment. Don't push them away. Let them come and go like small waves. You are not the waves, you are the ocean, vast, patient, and still. Place your hand gently on your chest. Feel your heartbeat, nothing more. This heart has walked with you through so many seasons. Even when forgotten, it kept going, asking nothing. And just like that, awareness is always there, just waiting for you to return. Deep sleep doesn't come from effort, but from release. When you stop chasing it, when you stop fearing its absence, that is when it arrives, like an old friend. No forcing, no hurrying, only gentle presence. If thoughts arise now, smile gently. Hello, thank you for visiting. Now I return to my breath. Every return is a moment of compassion for yourself. Your body is slowly softening. One part at a time, your forehead, your eyes, your jaw, your shoulders, your chest, your belly, your legs. Imagine sinking slowly into a warm lake where every tension dissolves. Nothing to hold, just ease. You don't need to be perfect, not free of anxiety, not full of energy. You only need to be real with everything that you are right now. The Buddha never asked us to become someone else. He only invited us to return quietly and fully in our beautiful imperfection. Let the soft whisper rise inside you. I am enough. I deserve rest. I am returning. And like that, each breath carries you further, not outward, but inward, to the place you've always belonged. You're gently entering that dreamy space between wakefulness and sleep, where sounds fade into the background and your heartbeat slows down like an ancient song sung softly into the night. There is nothing to grasp. All you need is to let yourself be carried by this gentle stream. Sleep is not forgetfulness. It is a form of deep release. It is the time when body and mind are allowed to let go of all bindings, unresolved worries, unmet expectations, past mistakes. In this moment, you are allowed to set it all down. The Buddha called this freedom in each moment. You can imagine your mind like a calm lake. When the wind is still, the surface becomes clear, reflecting the sky. When you stop stirring it with worry and fear, your mind too becomes still, and sleep arrives naturally, like the full moon rising above the water. Perhaps you still hear echoes within questions, self-critical voices, or just everyday concerns. See them like clouds drifting across the sky. You are not the cloud. You are the vast sky behind it. Bring your attention to your body, the contact between your back and the bed, your hands and the soft blanket. Feel the warmth, the support, the truth that you don't have to do anything right now. Everything is being held by Mother Earth, by the present moment. One of the Buddha's gentlest teachings is, whatever arises will also pass. And this is true for the thoughts that keep you awake. They are not you. They are simply visitors, passing guests. You are relearning how to rest, not by sleeping faster, but by releasing deeper. When you stop forcing sleep to come, you begin to touch something more essential: acceptance. And from there, calmness flows like warm water through every cell. If there is sadness inside you, Know this: you don't need to push it away. Just sit quietly beside it, like a true friend. You may whisper, "I'm here with you. You don't have to change." And sadness, touched by presence, slowly melts into the night. Each breath is still bringing you back to your body, not escaping, not running. This body is not perfect, not eternal, but it is your first home. And now you are learning how to return to that home with gratitude, with tenderness. If tears come now, let them fall. They are not signs of weakness. They are signs of release, of healing, of giving yourself permission to be real. In the stillness of this night, you are becoming a student of letting go, learning how to do nothing, how not to control, and how to trust that. You deserve a peaceful sleep simply because you are alive. Let every cell in your body receive this simple message. You've done enough. No more proving. No need to fix the past or prepare for the future. Only the present matters now, and it is already complete. In the Buddha's teachings, there's a concept called mindfulness, being aware without judgment of what is happening. You don't have to improve anything. You don't need to change anything. Just know that you are here, and things are unfolding exactly as they should. Mindfulness doesn't mean staying alert in a forced way. Sometimes, mindfulness is simply the feeling of being allowed to breathe, to let go, to drift, without guilt. It is the deepest permission we can give ourselves. As you relax your body, part by part from your feet, to your belly, to your chest, shoulders, neck, and face, you are practicing self-compassion. You're not trying to do anything. You are just letting yourself melt like gentle water flowing into the earth without resistance. Maybe you once learned to be tough to survive, to swallow your emotions, to pretend you were okay so you wouldn't trouble others. But tonight, you don't have to be strong anymore. The Buddha said, "Letting go does not mean weakness. It means you no longer wish to carry the burden." You are entering the space between waking and dreaming, where the mind begins to dissolve like mist. There are no more hard boundaries between you and the world. Only a lightness, like wind gliding over a field after the rain. If any thought arises, greet it like an old friend stopping by. No need to push it away. Just smile and let it pass. You are no longer a victim of your mind. You are learning to befriend it with gentleness and kindness. Each night is a lesson in disappearing from the roles you've played all day, from the masks you've worn. And slowly, you begin to feel something magical. You are still you, even when you are doing nothing at all. Sleep now is no longer a task to accomplish. It is a reward for surrender. A whisper from the universe that says, "You are enough. You may rest." And all you need to do is listen. The Buddha once taught that peace does not come from removing all disturbances. It comes from how we see them, like clouds drifting across the sky. They come and go, but the sky remains untouched, pure. And your mind, too, is like that sky. Each time you're caught in a stream of thought, gently bring your attention back to your breath. The breath is your anchor to the present moment. You don't need to control it. Just observe. Feel the cool air entering, the warm air leaving. Each breath is like a soft smile to yourself. At night, when the world falls silent, you can hear the voice of your own heart more clearly. But don't believe everything it says. Not every voice in your head is the truth. Some are just echoes from old fears that no longer apply. Picture your mind as a lake. During the day, its surface is disturbed. Waves distort every reflection. But at night, the waters grow still. And when they become truly calm, you can see all the way to the bottom, where lies the quiet peace you've been seeking all along. There's no need to rush to achieve anything. In Buddhism, there is no final destination, only a deep presence with what is. Awakening doesn't come from gaining more, but from letting go. The lighter the load, the brighter the mind. Sometimes sleep doesn't come because we try too hard to reach it. But the paradox is that when you stop trying, you relax. Let tonight be an invitation to do nothing, fix nothing. Simply rest in being. If your heart holds fears, don't force them away. Invite them to sit beside you, like children who only need to be heard. The Buddha taught that light does not fight the dark, it simply shines. So you don't need to be strong. You just need to be present. Under the soft glow of compassion, every wound will slowly soften, like ice melting in the morning sun. And you will see that what you need isn't a solution, but the permission to rest. In today's busy life, our minds are often pulled in many directions by relentless thoughts and worries. This is why many people struggle to fall asleep or experience restless sleep. The Buddha taught that awakening doesn't mean eliminating thoughts, but rather being aware of them without getting caught up. When you begin to observe your thoughts as clouds drifting by, you gradually free yourself from their grip. What matters is not to judge or react hastily to negative thoughts or uncomfortable feelings. Instead, try to accept them as uninvited guests who don't need to stay long. Like a passing breeze, all emotions will eventually fade if you don't cling to them. In meditation, focusing on the breath helps maintain awareness in the present moment. The breath is a continuous source of life, unceasing, guiding you back to your natural peace. Whenever the mind wanders, gently bring it back to the breath, without rushing or blaming yourself. Applying these teachings at night before sleep can slowly calm the mind and make it more peaceful. A calm mind creates the ideal condition for deep and natural sleep. Instead of forcing yourself to sleep, allow your mind to rest, and sleep will come naturally. Moreover, practicing compassion is not just for others, but for yourself as well. You can gently remind yourself that it's okay to have sleepless nights. Worrying about sleep only increases tension and makes it harder to fall asleep. Allow yourself to be gentle, kind, and forgiving. The Buddha also taught that everything in life is impermanent, including difficulties and sufferings. When you deeply realize this, you cling less and live more lightly with the natural changes of mind and body. This is the path to inner freedom and profound healing. Finally, let every night be a journey back to your true self, a self not dominated by thoughts or emotions, but a pure, calm, and peaceful stillness. As you draw closer to this self, you find a new source of energy and unshakable peace, helping you not only sleep well, but live serenely amidst life's storms. In the soft light of evening, as the outside noise fades away, you are invited to return and listen to yourself. That moment, however brief, holds the potential for deep healing. For it is in silence that we can truly hear the gentle voice of the soul, often hidden beneath the noise of daily life. One of the Buddha's profound teachings is mindfulness in every moment, not only during meditation, but even as you lie down, preparing to sleep. He taught that pure attention can turn every moment into spiritual practice. When you are lying in bed, instead of letting your mind drift to the past or future, you can gently guide it back to the present, the only place where you truly exist. You can start by noticing the sensations in your body, the warmth of the blanket, the contact of your body with the mattress, the gentle rhythm of your breath. Each of these, when noticed with care, becomes a doorway back to yourself. This kind of attention, non-judgmental and patient, is the first step in nurturing inner peace. Sometimes, as you prepare for sleep, your mind may bring up images, memories, or feelings you thought were forgotten. Instead of pushing them away, welcome them with an open heart. Remember that everything arising in the mind is just a passing phenomenon. They are not you. They come and go like small waves on the surface of the sea. The practice of letting go a core principle in the Buddha's teachings is especially helpful in such moments. Letting go doesn't mean denying or suppressing emotions, but simply not clinging to them. When you practice this at night, you'll notice your mind becoming lighter and sleep arriving like a gentle friend without being forced. Imagine each exhalation as a moment of release, letting go of a worry, an expectation, a regret, and each inhalation as receiving peace, the stillness of the present moment. Gradually, you are no longer swept away by what you cannot control. You begin to live like a river flowing quietly, embracing all changes without losing your essence. In the soft light of the Buddha's teachings, you realize that sleep, too, is part of the spiritual path. It is not wasted time, but an opportunity to restore, to let go, to return. Let each night be a gentle meditation where nothing is needed, nothing is forced, just presence, gentle and whole. As you continue your inward journey through quiet evenings, you begin to realize something essential. Peace is not something that comes from the outside. It has always been within you, simply waiting to be recognized. The Buddha's teachings are not rigid rules or commands, but rather like a small lamp lit in the darkness, gentle, subtle, illuminating the way back to yourself. Perhaps in the past, you've carried pain, anger, or regret. But the Buddha taught that you don't have to carry those burdens forever. Like someone holding a heavy stone, you always have the choice to put it down. Forgiveness toward yourself and others is not a weakness. It is the deepest expression of compassion. In the stillness of the night, when the world around you has gone to sleep, gently bring your attention to the unresolved feelings within you. Imagine them as small children crying in fear, not to be scolded or pushed away, but to be held with loving arms. Slowly, you'll see that these wounds need only to be heard in order to begin healing. Practicing loving kindness, metta, is a beautiful nighttime meditation. You can start by offering wishes to yourself. May I be at peace. May I be happy. May I sleep well. And then extend that loving energy to family, friends, and even those with whom you've had conflict. As your heart expands in this way, healing begins to take root like a flower slowly opening under the moonlight. No sleep is truly deep when the mind is entangled. But when you bring your attention back to compassion and release, you'll feel your body becoming lighter, your breath slowing, and a gentle softness spreading through your whole being. You will fall asleep, not because you're exhausted, but because you have become at ease. Remember, each time you rest your head on the pillow, it is a chance to begin again. It doesn't matter how many times you stumbled today, how angry or disheartened you felt tonight. You can choose to let it all go. And in that letting go, you may discover a freedom beyond words. There are nights when, despite your efforts to relax, the mind keeps spinning. Memories from the past flood in. Worries about the future appear again. In those moments, you may feel helpless, as if adrift on a sea of endless thoughts. But this is exactly when the Buddha's teachings become a gentle raft. There is no need to struggle, only to notice. The breath is your most loyal companion. No matter how far the mind runs, the breath remains quiet, steady. When you place your attention on the breath, you are planting a seed of mindfulness. Even if you follow just one breath, that alone is enough to begin returning the mind. Let everything else pass like clouds drifting across the sky until all that's left is you and your gentle breathing. As your body begins to relax, you may clearly feel the tension of the day slowly dissolving. Shoulders soften, jaw releases, eyes gently close. Being present is no longer an idea. It becomes a real experience, felt moment by moment. And in that state, there is no need to run, no need to seek. Everything you need is already here in this moment. A simple yet profound practice is to listen to the sounds around you. No judgment, no labeling. Just listen. The fan turning, the rustling of leaves outside, the rhythm of your heartbeat. When you listen without expecting, you may begin to notice how beautifully and delicately life reveals itself. In the darkness of night, the mind may sometimes awaken old emotions. You might find yourself remembering a sorrow from years ago, or a memory still unhealed. Instead of pushing them away, invite them to stay like guests visiting, carrying messages to be heard. With compassion, you can transform pain into wisdom, just as the earth transforms waste into blossoms. You don't have to be perfect. The Buddha never asked that. He only encouraged us to live with awareness, to live with kindness, and to take one small step at a time. If tonight, the only thing you do is breathe mindfully a few times, that is already beautiful. You are walking the path, and every step, no matter how slow, leads you toward a deep inner stillness. Now, as you approach the end of this peaceful night's journey, take these last few moments to fully return to yourself with gentleness and care. There is no more rushing, no more waiting. Your effort has been enough. All that remains is release. The Buddha once taught, happiness does not come from controlling everything, but from letting go. Letting go is not giving up. It is softening. It is choosing not to cling to what no longer serves your peace. In the gentle darkness of night, you can practice releasing each thought, each emotion, as if setting down a heavy backpack after a long journey. Imagine you are lying beneath a star-lit sky. No more city noise, no more burdens tugging at you. Only you, your tender breath, and the vast sky above. You don't need to do anything, just be. Let sleep come to you like an old friend, unforced, untroubled. In this moment, quietly thank your body, your lifelong companion, through all the highs and lows. Thank your heart for continuing to beat. Thank each cell for quietly healing. Send yourself a blessing. May I be peaceful. May I rest well. May I be healed. If something still lingers on your mind, whisper gently to it. It's okay. We'll return to this tomorrow. Now is the time for rest. Your mind will be grateful you gave it a chance to be still. And within that stillness, the deepest seeds can begin to grow acceptance, forgiveness, and unconditional love. Tonight, you are not alone. In this gentle darkness, there are millions of others also seeking peace, just like you. Wherever we are in the world, we are all learning to let go, learning to love ourselves, learning to rest. You are part of this compassionate flow of humanity. As you close this day, know that you have done enough. There is nothing more you need to become worthy. You are and have always been a precious part of life. Let yourself sleep not just to rest, but to be renewed. Tomorrow will come, and you will wake with a lighter heart. Now, take a deep breath in and a slow breath out, wishing you a peaceful night's sleep. Namo Shakyamuni Buddha.